Hey guys, we're back this week with your host Widow and also co-host Neato.
Hi.
We're also featuring Trihouse,
Hello there.
Sir Classy,
How do you do?
and Veeds.
Hello.
It's been a long week of super fun events in Rocket League, from EU RLCS and record-breaking overtimes, and BDS dominating again, to Twitch rivals bringing in hundreds of thousands of viewers for Rocket League, to more tournaments, to more paid events, and just lots and lots of Rocket League for everybody. And we want to talk all about it. So
Let's do it. Yeah. Did any of you guys catch the record-breaking overtime live or one of them, because it happened twice in one day?
I didn't know.
I actually
about
didn't,
actually
and I'm
watched it
so
over.
sad.
I had to watch it over, yeah, and it was very intense. Especially knowing that the overtime is gonna go on for 15 minutes, because I watched it afterwards. I was like, God dang, you really never know when the goal's gonna
15
come.
minutes.
15 plus.
I was streaming and somebody came in chat and they were like, Veeds BDS has gone 15-minute overtime. I was like, what? So I just stopped what I was doing and started watching it on the stream with everyone.
15 minutes? You got to be suffering hand fatigue by that point, you know.
It was an incredible display of Rocket League for them to be constantly calming and saving, because it wasn't like there was one team being pushed into the corner for 15 minutes. It was back and forth, just like solid gameplay. 3 Rocket League games in one game, basically, and it was a good showing. 4,
because
yeah,
they had their initial.
Yeah, because
5
the
minutes.
initial.
right. So
What
it's
were the stats for the end of the game?
the stat. Oh, I think it was Arju. I think the highest scoring person had 1,600 points, but they're halved in private matches. So if it was in like a ranked match, he would have had like 3,200 points.
Why
What do you mean
are they
they're halved in
halved?
private?
Yeah,
In
that's
private
weird.
matches,
Yeah.
they're halved when they're keeping score.
It's
Yeah.
because you used to get XP in private matches, and people
then they
used
took it
to,
away.
People
Yeah.
used to cheat the system.
The more you learn, I had no idea. I was not aware of that.
There was a cheese back in the day where
So
you could.
you mean all RLCS matches are supposed to be like double the amounts of points that are on this?
I
Yep.
feel like Rocket League would have already fixed that. Like,
I think it's because they're telling, like, it's visualizing these points are worth less. Like, you don't get XP from these points, so they have them. I don't know what the real.
There was a
reasoning
cheese
is, but,
back in the day that,
yeah, people.
for anyone that
used to be
didn't
farming XP. Yeah.
like play before, like the XP update, like when 75 was the highest level.
could
Those
farm
were the days.
Rocketeer.
It used to take so long. Like
This
people
close to Rocketeer before they changed it. I was actually
don't
very
know
mad.
like how long it used to take to level up, but you could cheese it where if you went into a private match 1v1 and you like sat on your own goal line and had the other person like just in front of you, and you'd like bounce the ball back and forth, and it'd just give you both shots and saves, and you used to get thousands and thousands and thousands XPs again.
People would just use
What?
XP. I
Was it not
honestly
that classic?
never thought of that, and I wish I had. I wish I had cheesed
Wow.
it, because
I
I would
would've
have been
cheesed
happy
it too.
to
What
have
levels
reached
are you guys now?
Rocketeer.
I have no idea.
I actually am a lot less level
1650.
because I stream, because I don't play a lot of like online games. I usually do private matches or tournament matches. I definitely don't level up as much as I used to.
I'm just
I don't care
about to
about
hit
XP anymore.
1500. But
Yeah, I'm at like 14 or 1500, I think, too.
I think I was around 500
Oh.
on PS4, and I got
Let me
to
see.
Rocketeer on PS4.
I'm
Yeah,
at
I want to Rocket League right
1650,
now.
and I've played shorter than all of you guys, and I think that's just because I played stupid.
It's because the
things.
it's
all
because of
day.
the that, and it's because of the XP. Like, you can get XP so much easier, especially if you complete challenges. You can get a bunch of XP. I never
Mhm.
complete the challenges. I don't.
I
Yeah,
complete all the
used to
challenges
spend-
with not
I used to
without even
spend all
looking at
streams
them.
just completing the challenge.
Like, by accident.
Even
yeah.
even the certain quick chats that you're supposed to use that aren't binded,
Yeah, those are. Yeah, I don't.
like weekly
I have to
weekly
force myself to
challenges.
quick chat.
Wait. Pause right there. Are there challenges to use quick chats?
Yeah.
There
It's like,
is.
use okay and no problem in 3 online matches.
What is that?
Use no problem in 3 snow day extra mode matches, and it's just like
That's a
At the
challenge
beginning,
right there.
you'll
guys.
just see everybody go, no
XP
problem, no
level
problem.
1750 is what it says for me.
I just
Yeah.
always
I got
spam them at the beginning.
1850.
So fun things about farming stats that I learned for, I don't know if you guys are aware, I learned from talking to Rocket Sledge and Woody with demos. Do you know that demos after the match ends, rushing to demo a car after the match ends still counts as a demo?
I believe it.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking about this recently. You know the new.
Also, Trihouse, you and I are actually in the top 200 highest demo when I was counting the demo counts. Most people just don't sync their information with the Reddit thread that does it. Once you opt in, we're currently in the top 200 demo.
Oh,
Out of
back
the
in
people that
leaderboard.
have entered.
So now we know
Yeah.
what Try's doing in hoops.
He's just going for
Demo
demos while he
facing.
gets
It's
carried.
probably not a bad.
I'm
strategy,
actually
to be honest.
trash at demos. Like it's a really big hole in my game in terms of like I miss demos all the effing time. It drives me nuts.
I was
streaming.
wondering though. You know the new airstrike goal explosion? How it demos? Do you
It
think
doesn't
that
count.
So it doesn't.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Because that would be silly.
It
Right,
does
right.
not count towards demo stats.
I came up.
Yeah,
against
that
the
would be
number one
breaking. I'm sure that
demoer,
would the demoers would Oh, did you? What's his name?
Donald Dump or something. I swear.
That's hilarious.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
man.
could barely demo me, and during the 1v1 match, I was like, "Yo, Chad, if I win this game, then I'm number one demo avoider." They called
There
me
you go.
Darth Avoider for the rest of the stream. I'll tell you what.
Darth Avoider.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Hey, whatever it takes, man, to get Star Wars and Rocket League.
It was pretty swag. Wait, what'd you say?
I like to get Star Wars and Rocket League.
Oh yeah.
Anything that has to do with Star Wars and Rocket League, Classy's all over it.
Yep.
I don't mind demos. Recently, I found out that it's just inherently toxic to demo at all. It's one of those things that I hate so much about the Rocket League community is people who get really salty over demos. Like, I understand if you're getting demo chased, it can be annoying, but then like letting it make you mad, that's exactly why they're doing it. They're literally making them win. So it's like you just gotta take it in stride and then try to avoid it, and then pat yourself on the back every time you do, because they're just gonna keep on chasing you if that's what their game is. But
It has been the most hilarious last like 2 months of playing ones, because I don't know if I don't know what changed in the water, but like every single day of one's matches, somebody is like, stop demoing, stop bumping, stop boost hogging, and I'm just like, oh yes, what shall I do then? Sit. But like,
and let you
the
win.
majority,
Like, what?
but what gets me is that people will stop playing to type, stop demoing me, bro,
And then you go and demo them. That's what
and then I
you
go
gotta
and
do.
demo them and score. 'Cause
That
it
is the
annoys
way.
me. Why say it? I'm not gonna look at you and go, stop scoring on me, stop hitting flip resets and plat 3 1v1s. Like,
Ooh, I have the best
the other-
comeback
Oh yeah.
for people saying pure luck. You know how people always say like, "Ooh, lucky."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, "Yo, it's lucky I came up against you, bro."
Right. True.
That actually is pretty good. Yeah,
Oh,
lucky
God.
you're trash.
Yeah, there was
What it is
the
though,
other day.
look, look, score, bro. I hate it when people boost starve me. I hate it when people bump and demo the whole time. Play the game. If you stop typing,
Or when
play
you
the game
demo
for
them,
it.
I have
when you demo someone and they simply just reply with thanks. Every time it's just
Yeah,
thanks. It's like
every
why
time.
why are you
Okay.
getting salty about a demo?
why
Like,
are
it's
you
literally
mad?
a part
Like, it's
of
a
the
part
game.
of the game.
Oh man, I
Yeah,
get so
I-
excited
Mad
when
about
someone drops
ledging
the
in
okay.
Smash Brothers. It's like I don't understand that. Well, you guys.
I
if you know
just
Smash Brothers.
have my
Yes,
chat
but-
off for 1v1s, but what I do is that right at the end I'll turn it on because I like to say GG, but I also like to see if anything was stirred up because I don't say anything, right? So anything that they are about to type to me has been conjured up in their own head, like they're tilting themselves essentially. So the other day I ended the game, I said GG, and this guy goes, imagine being married and still being toxic, because he saw my title, and I was like, what? I literally was like, what? I didn't say a single thing to you. And he's like, you were watching the
Confirmed, not
replays
allowed
of my
to demo
demo.
if you have a ring on your finger.
Right. I was like, wait, what? And I was like, oh, you know what? I did watch a replay, and it was because I had seen a notification on my phone, and when I looked up, I was like, oh, I'm watching the demo, and I like skipped away really fast, right? But he completely took it as I was being toxic, and he lost. I beat him. Like he tilted himself because
I'm
he
not
thought I
gonna-
was being toxic intentionally. I was like, dude, I was just playing the game.
Wait,
Also,
can I
I
ask
watch
you guys?
replays too. So
Yeah, I was about to say, can I ask you guys all your most toxic trait in Rocket League? Like mine. I intentionally try to not be toxic. I've always tried to not be toxic. But if I've forgotten to skip a replay or I'm streaming and I don't skip a replay, you know what I mean, because I was taking a drink or I was talking to chat or whatever. If someone types skip, I will not skip a single replay for the rest of the match.
oh,
I will
guaranteed.
not
yeah,
skip.
I do that.
I won't skip them scoring on me scoring on them. I will sit there
Right,
as
I'm
long
like,
as
this
possible.
is my job, baby. I got all day. Let's
I don't know. It's just that in my blood boil. Like in my blood boil. Like if I realize that I'm like, if I'm overly winning, I will skip the replays. I feel like I'm being a douche. You know what I mean? If I'm getting
I've won a
clobbered,
match
I'll
that
skip
way.
the replay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I had
yeah.
somebody rage
I've had
quit when
people
they were
forfeit.
winning because I wouldn't skip replays.
Same.
Yeah.
Like they were
I
up
had
by
a
like
guy
a
go,
goal or
this
two.
is gonna take forever and just forfeit out.
Yeah, I just some people. That's the thing about ones though. Like you
makes
don't
my
realize
blood boil.
how often people will tilt themselves, and I'm guilty of this too. Like before I started really getting to ones, I would just make myself mad. It's like why? If I'm trying to get better, if I'm trying to improve, like that's not. It's counterintuitive. So yeah, definitely
Wait,
keep that in mind.
but
If you
what's
ever get
everybody
mad about
else's
something,
most
think to
toxic
yourself,
trait?
like, am I assuming toxicity, or are they actually being toxic? My most toxic trait?
And Rocket, if you have one, because I like to think I don't have one, so that's my toxic
I
trait in
definitely do.
Rocket League.
I definitely
Like
do.
refusing, or just if they tell me to stop demoing, I'll instantly demo them while they're typing. Because play the damn game. It's a game.
I'll say good luck, have fun, and then proceed to really making sure they don't have fun. You know what I'm saying?
And then he's just
my
By
Brazilian
freaking
people.
smacking them. Yeah, that's what's
Don't
up.
Lucky
say
I'm
that.
playing
People
you,
are gonna
dog.
start thinking that when random people type GLHF, they don't mean it. They
No,
do
they'll
mean
know.
it. Have fun.
Yeah, they'll
I mean,
know.
yeah, it's always a good time. I honestly, I don't think I have any. I definitely do that replay thing. I have chat off usually, so I don't try and dabble in toxicity. I guess when I'm playing and people get mad at me, like if I'm playing in ranked and people get mad at me and they're my teammate or something like that, I'll play into that. But I don't know.
I don't really
I
think
usually
have
try to
any
avoid
either.
situation. I get really anxious.
You guys know the demo kickoff?
Yeah, people have been doing
yeah.
it a lot lately.
That is pure toxicity. All right, I'm not even.
But it's so
Not
easily
joking.
it's so
No.
easy to screw up.
Oh man, I hate
It's so
that demo
easy to
kickoff.
screw up because if you miss demoing, they just have a completely free goal.
Yeah, but they always demo me, man. They always get me.
Just predict it, bro.
I guess it's harder in like
I thought
PC
you were
and
number
SSL.
one demo avoider.
Yeah, what? What happened to that, bro?
Darth
Just
Darth
told us about your
Avoider.
title, bro.
Okay, there was one game where
No,
that
you-
happened. All right, recently.
Wait,
And you
well,
can't be
what
Darth
happens?
Avoider. It's got to be every game. He's a poser.
One game
Darth
while
Avoider.
Talk
what
shit to me when I'm 1v1ing you afterwards, Neato. All right. God. God. I'm pissed.
Oh man,
I don't
piss,
think I
right?
have a toxic
Podcast over.
Like, yeah, I'll do the replay. Like, but when I do 1v1s, I don't skip replays if I get scored on because I'm like analyzing what I did wrong.
Yeah. Like, oh, fuck, screwed up there. And
And then sometimes when I score, I don't skip the replay because I'm talking to chat. But I don't play ones on stream anymore, so it's not really a problem there.
You just said I'm done with that.
Oh
Why-
yeah,
why
it's
not?
not worth it.
Wait, if we're
It's
just
not worth
talking
it.
ones, I literally
Well, it's because I
haven't
don't
played
like the
ones.
mode or care enough about the rank to really go
Fair
full
enough.
sweat on it. If I play ones, it has to be off stream, and I'm like, okay, I'm
No
dedicating the
life
next
in it?
40 minutes of my life to pure fucking sweat and anger.
Yeah.
And I just sit there and I drink my coffee and I just grind. And it's like it's like, you know, it's the worst part of Rocket League for me is to just sit there and just fucking like
No life in it.
pure
yeah.
focus. But the gains can be pretty nice from it.
Yeah.
though,
tried
like
looking
what you were saying earlier, Neato, about how maybe you don't always assume toxicity, or whatever, or how easily quick chats can just be assumed to be toxic. I have
Yeah.
that problem where I nice shot every time someone scores. Like it keeps getting called out, but like I'm not being toxic about it. The problem is if somebody hits post last second, I've usually already hit nice shot.
Nice shot.
And I usually
Widow.
hit sorry very quickly, you know what I mean? Because I didn't mean it. But like it
Stop.
looks like it's
It
very
sounds
much
even
going
worse.
in.
Yeah,
shot
sorry is just being more toxic.
Yeah,
on top of the
yeah.
person.
So, but last night I was having, it was just 1v1ing. It was perfectly fine. Like the whole match was fine. It was pretty even, just back and forth. And the guy beat me with 3 seconds left. With a goal, just by 1 goal or whatever. But at one point, like the whole match had been fine. At one point, he had made a shot like a cross, and it just hit the post last second. But I'd already said nice shot. So when he scored the next goal, because it bounced back after I was going to save it, he just spammed what a save at me suddenly, like 7 times out of nowhere, and it actually really confused me because it was a really nice 1v1. So at the very end, I typed, I was like, why'd we get toxic? He goes, because you nice shotted my miss, you fucking clown. And I was like, oh, my bad.
That's
People
what
will
you
get
get for
they
using quick
feel themselves.
chat. Widow, you
I don't.
can't do
It's like, you
that.
can't just quick chat in ones. You can't. Anything
You
in
can't
if you're
do
in
it.
ranked 1v1s, you can't quick chat. Like I don't do it. People do it to me. They'll be like, "Nice shot." I'm like, I can't even engage with you because something's
No.
you're gonna take something the wrong way. Like
Yeah, no.
it's not
Unless
even
they
on me.
genuinely score like a banging shot on you and you nice shot them.
Everything's a banging shot to me. We're in plat 1v1s.
Like if you acknowledge that someone's outplayed you and you nice shot them or something, that's fair. The only really
I don't
toxic
know.
thing that I'd say I do, and I think I've got too many hours in game to be toxic now, but if somebody nice shots me when I've missed, you know, like when it's like it's not even close to going in and they'll be like nice shot, I just don't say anything, but then on the next goal I'll say thanks. So
Yeah.
in chat it still
My-
reads as nice shot for the goal.
Right,
That's
like
the only
there's
thing that I do.
If someone's winning the whole match and like they've been toxic the whole time, like nice shot, what a save. When I finally get the head like lead up on them, I'll just do the woo, like the WHEW. It's just my favorite thing to type.
There's a woo.
It's my favorite quick chat.
It's not woo. It's
Just-
like it's
Yeah.
It's the sound effect.
Oh, phew.
Woo.
Like,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like wiping
I
your
hate
brow.
that one.
how do you
Yeah.
wait, yeah.
Woo.
How do you guys
Like,
read that?
It's
Cool.
WHEW.
It's few.
I read it as
Isn't it?
whew.
No, that's
Yeah.
that's a different word. Classic.
Oh, it's like few.
Yeah. It's
Like
like
that.
you're wiping the
Oh,
sweat
dude,
off your forehead.
Let's do
'cause you
our
were
favorite
close.
sound effects real quick.
That
on.
was it. That was my favorite sound effect. I'm not doing it anymore.
I can see what classy.
Classy. I don't know where this is going. The listeners are
No.
gonna
I
be
was
like,
making a joke.
No,
It was
my
sarcasm. alright?
last
Oh.
comment on these quick chats and people and ranks and everything is people are getting traumatized too early in Rocket League now. Like when I was plat and everything else, like a year ago, or what, a little over a year ago or whatever, when I was plat and everything, like genuinely in 3s and 2s, like I just started playing ones like 3 months ago consistently or whatever. I remember having fun. Like I didn't start stressing out until I hit diamond. Like it was not bad for me until I hit diamond. And now that I'm playing ones and I'm playing in plat 3, constantly trying for diamond. Like if I hit nice shade, like it was the funniest thing in the world because I was just like, who hurt you? Like I hit a nice shot to somebody who literally scored a flip reset on me, and I was trying not to be angry that they're hitting flip resets in plat 3 in a 1v1. I hit nice shot, and he was just like, no, it really wasn't.
Those types
And
of people
then,
are the
like-
worst.
And then like the
Yeah.
third,
Oh,
like
it's a
it
bug
happened
kill.
3 times in the past 2 weeks where somebody has been like, nah, it was trash, and I'm like, you're winning.
or
What is
maybe
wrong with
you're
you?
assuming toxicity. Maybe they're like, nah, it's nothing. And they were like, they
No,
were
I'm
like,
not.
they
No,
were
I'm not
humble
assuming
bragging.
toxicity at all. I think they're too hard on themselves. Who hurt you? Like they're just like, no, that was a trash shot.
That would make sense to me. That would make sense with
They-
in the ranks that you mentioned that you're playing, and that would make sense that it's people that expect better from themselves or something. Or
It's also a lot of the times like they do that so they can justify putting other people down for the shots that they do because they've been put down
Yeah.
before.
Those are
Hit
the
a flip
kids
before
that are
and
on
somebody
TikTok
has
that are
told
like-
them before, that shot isn't cool. So now they internalize that, and now every time they do something, people are like, it's not cool. Like, you think that's a good shot? Wow, like you suck. Like basically,
Yeah.
like
Like that's the same type of people. They have this such ungodly standard. Like I'm finally doing the dribble overhaul, and last night I beat level 12 for the first time. And I did it with an air dribble, and I can't air dribble It's the very first time like air dribbling. And I did it
Level
on
12.
there.
Is that the one
and-
with the ramp and the jump?
Yeah, so ramp over the
Okay.
jump and then it slants down. So you go
Yeah.
up really high. So I hit my
You air
like
dribbled
first
it?
air. Yeah, I hit my first air dribble accidentally as it was coming off, and then, like it was clipped, and I was super hype. And here's the thing: it wasn't calculated. It wasn't the most amazing thing in the world, but I lost my freaking mind. Chat lost their mind. And it was just cool in the moment. And somebody else shared it on Instagram. And there was just this kid who was spamming on it. That was dumb. That was stupid. What? Why didn't she air roll? Why didn't she do this? And I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah, people forget that there
And
are
I'm mentally
moments.
prepared for
Right. That we might find like we might hit our first flip reset and that's like amazing, awesome. But obviously somebody like Evample isn't gonna be like, wow, like that was great. He can hit triple flip resets with his eyes
Message
closed.
to
So,
Evample, please start commenting on
definitely-
bronze level gameplay with some hype.
yeah, it's just it definitely depends on the context. People forget about context. They put themselves in the shoes of that person. They're like, I can do that. What's so special about it? It's like, well, it's because they've never done that before. Remember the first time you hit a flip reset? It's like that, but it's happening to them right now. So yeah, the context is huge.
People don't appreciate like everyone's on a different like journey on
don't
Rocket
think
League.
about it.
Like everyone's at a different stage, and everyone's hit that first shot for the first time.
Oh,
Right.
we were about to segue to Twitch Rivals, but I'd like to say, Neato, that event we were talking about just got tweeted out, and our names are in it. It's out.
Oh, sick. Awesome. Yeah, so at the end of the month, there is a Goals for Change event going to be streamed on the Rocket League channel. And it is for Women's History Month. It is involving all of the amazing women in the Rocket League community, myself and Widow included. So that's really exciting.
I'm the
I actually,
lowest ranked player in the whole
I
event.
don't-
No, Mira's in it too. We're tied.
Holy
It is,
man. We're starting some
Widow,
beef up in
it
here.
is an
No
extra
beef
mode
at
event.
all.
I don't
She
know
played
if you
like
know
300
this.
hours.
But
Oh,
it
it
is an extra mode event, so we will be playing extra modes. And the top
Mira, I
place is
love you.
$10,000, but it is for charity. So our teams are playing for prizing, but for charity. So it's gonna be really awesome, and I'm super hyped to be invited to that.
Is there a
That's cool that they
men's
just announced it. Please.
thing as well?
Don't do this. Don't do this. We
Classy's
don't
not
wanna go
even
down
funny.
Hey, I wasn't trying to start anything. I was just wondering.
What? This
No,
is for
that's
Women's History
just-
Month. It's Women's
It's not a
History Month.
men's history month.
It's Women's History Month, and it's a women's.
Okay, I don't
event for
know
Women's
much
History
about
Month.
Women's History Month, so I better read up on that.
Yep, you
You
should.
definitely should.
Twitch Rivals.
Hey, I'm just
also
saying.
happened.
I wasn't trying to start anything here.
We're not. That's why we're
I
moving
move on
on.
quickly.
Okay, good.
That's why we're moving on.
Okay.
Right.
enough. Bad joke, my bad.
It's okay, homie. As long as you can say it's a joke, we're good. We're good. Twitch Rivals though. Trihouse, you wanna take the floor for a second and talk about Twitch Rivals?
I think I do, Neato. If Neato, you and I were in it.
Wait. Why have you given him this power, Neato?
Because I'm
Because he finally got something good in his life.
What?
Yes. Yes. You guys, you listeners or viewers, if you're on YouTube, you're listening to the voice of a champion,
Yes.
a Twitch Rivals champion.
Dang.
But yeah, I was on Team Athena and we won. It was great, and I was
was a
in a
good
pretty
job.
good match in the finals. That
Yeah.
was like probably the best I've played like on broadcast. So yeah, it's pretty great. If you guys don't know what Twitch Rivals is, they get like a bunch of the content creators and pros in the scene, and then
Better
there's
streamers on Twitch specifically. Yeah.
on Twitch specifically, and there's 5. Was there 5 teams? Something like that.
I think so. Yeah. There's EU and NA. So Trihouse and I were both in the NA side of things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then and then there's 4 people on a team, and no, 5 people on a team. I'm really bad at explaining this.
You really won this tournament.
Oh,
right?
you're fine, dude.
Yes,
It-
You
it-
really
genuinely
won
won.
Twitch Rivals and you don't know anything about it.
All I do is play car soccer, bro.
Honestly, there's not much that we just I'm one of those people that goes into it and like just tell me where to be and I'll be there, you know.
Oh, it's
but-
too big for you to know everything about it. Like,
right.
and
You
I'll
just
It's
say-
kind
pretty
of
crazy because it's always like different.
happens last minute too. It's crazy.
It's like a bunch of
But-
different stuff, right, that goes on throughout it.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
but,
played with
it's always
Gyro
organized.
versus Tristan and Corrupted G in the finals of it, and a lot of people were saying that like that's kind of unfair because they're counting Corrupted G as a content creator, and you're only allowed to have one pro player per lineup, even though Corrupted G was like a pro player like just a couple months ago, and now he's still a pro Rocket League coach.
Yeah,
And,
I mean that's the same with Sizz. I believe he was considered a
oh yeah,
content
Sizz was
creator.
Also,
considered a
wait,
content creator.
Corrupted G's Rogues coach, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't he their sub until recently as well?
Yes.
There's
so-
a fine line because there's a fine line with the content creators because a lot of them are retired pros. On the
Yeah.
flip side, like in the last Twitch, right, Forky was counted as a content creator, not a pro, even though he was like going out for RLCS. Like it just happens.
It's like Leth.
Can't avoid
Leth's considered a content creator in a lot of things
Yeah.
now, and it's like he's still like
It's Leth.
he's still destroying everyone in ranked, like literally
Yeah.
everyone.
I do want to
But-
say, for Twitch Rivals, there is a draft right at the beginning, and because of that, you can only have a certain amount of pros and creators on a team. So Kronovi picked Karma, and then Rizzo was up to pick, and he picks me, and so I was on Rizzo's team for a second, and then they were like, "Hey, wait, we got to back it up. Crow accidentally picked another pro, and he can't have another pro, so you have to pick
He
up somebody
is a
else."
pro.
And then they were for like 2-3 minutes they were discussing whether or not Rizzo still kept me because his turn went. So they were like, actually, okay, so we're gonna revoke Rizzo's pick. And then Crow picked me, and then I was on Crow's team, so I got stolen from Rizzo's team.
That's awesome.
Which was it was fun because everyone in the chat was like going crazy and they were like, oh, they're gonna pick Neato, which got stolen or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I like this drama. This is
And then
nice.
Rizzo's team got second, so
I like
Yeah.
this drama.
We did not do so hot. It was unfortunate, but once again, I had stream issues. I couldn't stream Twitch Rivals. I was in
That's-
another yeah. So
yeah, I saw that. I was so upset for you.
Yeah.
was like,
I
that
was in
sucks.
I tuned into your stream for a bit, and I saw when you were having all the issues before you had to
yeah, to save me like going into like just like reminiscing that horrible thing. But it was great regardless. I
These are
love
good.
I
I
played with
liked it.
Pro before and I played with Rizzo before, so either way, like I would have had the same amount of time. Plus I got to be with Kia, so that was really nice too.
Oh,
it was me,
cute.
Crow-
Kronovi picked Kia first.
Yeah,
I
he's
was
like, I
like-
have to, or I'm gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, he like because Athena had first pick and she picked Musty because amongst the content creators, Musty is the highest ranked.
Musty rigged the captain vote.
Oh, the finals.
Everybody wanted Musty to be the fourth captain because chat voted fourth
yeah,
captain, and Musty was like, vote Sizz because he wanted to split up Riz and Sizz. And what did he do? He did that. Did you see his reaction to getting put on Athena's team though?
I didn't.
It was hilarious. You should look it up because he goes, you can see him like please don't pick me. And then because he wanted to be on Rizzo's team or something, and she picks him, he goes, yay. It's like the saddest yay ever. It's like
what
so
pros did they have on their team?
It was Athena, Musty, Try, and you guys also had
Gyro and Karma.
Gyro and
Karma was
Okay.
the last pick of the entire event, and she was the freaking carry, bro.
I was last pick for Gridiron Games though, and I was the carry. Just kidding.
Yeah, Karma was she because here's the thing, most of the pros suck at all the extra modes. They're like
They're just not proficient in them, so they think that they're doing something, and they're like, "Oh crap, it's not how that works," because they never play it.
Yeah, like watching Musty play Snow Day was painful. Like,
oh, it's amazing though. It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing is just because you have an upper hand or like it's an even playing field. Just watching
Yeah.
them go into a game mode that's so foreign to them. It's amazing.
but
it's
Karma,
amazing.
she was good at all the extra modes, and yeah. So like, Team Athena ended up being pretty stacked. Oh, and yeah, as I said, we played. I never finished this. We beat the pros in the finals. Me and Gyro.
Mhm.
Wait, Gyro's a pro, but like we beat Corrupted G and Tristan. So
It was
everybody
a good match.
like,
You have it on
super
your
hyped
YouTube,
about-
right?
Yeah, I uploaded it to YouTube because I was like,
was good.
that's got to be saved someplace. Because whenever people talk about me being trash, I'll be like, just go watch that. That's
Right.
that's where I can
I have
play.
moments. I have moments.
Yeah.
When
That's
everyone
what I love
says
about
extra
Rocket
modes
League.
are stupid, It's just like,
Oh yeah.
There's a place for extra modes, you know. There's definitely Twitch rivals, and actually playing with you and Herc Elise recently, Widow, has made me want to play more extra modes. Specifically hoops. I really like hoops, and I don't know why, but I've been having a lot of fun playing Snow Day too. So
dude, we dominated when we played hoops together until we ran into Stego.
yeah. That was unfortunate. Oh my god.
Hoops is the
But yeah, no,
best.
extra modes. People be sleeping on the extra modes.
I will say this try. I've been playing a little bit more hoops again, kind of like I did when I first started streaming, but it's because I've realized that like hoops is no longer fun for me if I solo queue, and I like playing things that I can solo queue.
Mhm.
And hoops just isn't fun for me anymore solo queuing. It is. I'm
What
losing
rank
my
are you in
mind. So the Diamond 2?
That's where it gets ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Well, yeah, no, but it's just
you'll run
because
into
no
GCs.
one, yeah, no one's having fun, and then the other team are season 14 or season 1 grand champs, and I'm just like, okay, and then my teammate is expecting me to be a season 14, season 1 grand champ, and I'm like, we're at a Diamond 2 lobby. I don't understand.
the skill level compresses really quickly in hoops. So like on my road to SSL series, it's going like people like were straight potatoes, and then I get to gold 2, and I'm like, okay, people have now started to aerial, and then like I imagine by plat, people are going to be like really fast, and then by diamond, that's where like you're going to get all the GC tags, and I'm going to be like, oh, this is
Right, it's like people who never play hoops, but they're playing hoops for whatever reason for a couple of games, and they're at that level, but they don't have the rank in that mode, so they're like hanging out in diamond and plat, even though they're in GC.
Yeah, no,
and other
I
modes.
swear to God, no matter how late in the season, start, middle, this week, end of season, I will run into somebody in hoops that is like, sorry, I'm just now finishing my placements. And I'm just like,
do it some other time, not when I'm
like,
grinding.
You're like, my game 2 a placement. Sorry, I got a GC tag and everything else.
I hate that. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I never play ones, and I'm like, and I'm just like, God dang it, I hate you because you're so good and you don't even try, and it gets me so mad.
Neato, you're scaring me. You're laughing, but you're so upset.
Smile,
laugh, pain.
I'm going crazy. I'm a ones main. This is what I have to deal with.
Oh my gosh.
No, I got so people are so open about smurfing now. People are just so open about smurfing now. They have so many alts. They don't care if they get like banned or whatever. Because I was, like I was playing a match last night, and I thought I was being insulted because it was a really good match, but this kid kept hitting flip resets on me, and I just can't. I can't because I wasn't expecting him. Or whatever, I can't do anything. And he hit like 3 on me, but I was still scoring every time he would like screw up.
Miss.
Every time he'd miss. And so I sat there, and suddenly he goes, "What rank are you?" He was like, "'Cause you're not plat." And I thought because he was winning by a long shot, and I thought he was insulting me. And I was like, "Dude, you're winning." I was so confused because he kept going, "What actual rank are you?" And I was like, "You're winning. I don't know what's wrong. Like you're dominating this match. I can't do anything." And he goes, "Yeah, but but this is my ult." And I was just like, "What is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Some people, it's like he's so high rank. He's like, "Oh, I'm in plat, really?" This, like,
well, yeah. He sat there and he was like, "You're definitely better than plat," and I'm just like, never gonna get out of plat if I keep playing people who are on their ults.
And those matches don't forfeit because sometimes those guys.
He won't forfeit.
No, he's purposely playing in a lower rank to clip.
Yeah, he admitted, so I thought he was gonna forfeit at the end, and he didn't. I was just like, "Dude, are you really gonna tell me that you're smurfing?" And he was like, "Don't worry," and then just won.
Could have been a case that he
That's
just
fucked
didn't
up.
just
That's
just
actually
forgot.
fucked up, especially in ones. That's like, no,
people
if
do
you're
all the time.
smurfing,
Admitted that he was.
They beat you all the time.
Admitted that he was champ. Then was like, "Don't worry," and then didn't forfeit.
that's a
Yeah,
monster.
I
That's
played the game of threes last night, and the other team was a full party, and one of them was called Smurf. No, bad Smurf, and the other one, there was another one called Very Bad Smurf, and they were trash. They were so bad.
At least they're honest.
And
Right,
halfway
right.
through the game, it ticked. I was like, wait, they're actually just genuinely calling themselves Bad Smurfs. Because the teammate that they had was like actually like awful. Like they finished on like 20 points or something.
Ooh.
But the bad Smurf and the very bad Smurf were awful. They forfeit after about, I think it was like 4-0 or something, and then they forfeit. But
what rank are you in
fair
threes? Because
enough.
aren't you GC?
Nah,
but
I'm
after the threes was nerfed.
C2 at the moment. I've had a tough time, but to be fair, since free to play, I've not been like focused when I'm playing ranked. I play it like it's casual. I don't know what it is. Like I'm kind of just past caring. I think at this point.
It's so weird. It's just so weird this season. I'm really intrigued to see if it like changes with this season, or if it's just gonna keep being like, or like if I'm just gonna feel like I'm improving at Rocket League again. Or
I think it was Verge who made a post about it, how they have catered to the top percentage of the community, but now it's leaving the bottom percentages of the community like struggling to stay motivated because we can barely keep the rank that we had last season.
Yeah. What was it? He was like unpopular opinion. We listened to pro players so much. Like Rocket League listened to pro players so much that they forgot about the people who were trying to break into Rocket League.
Like
Yeah,
there's
they
a
just
give and
compressed it
take.
even
There's a
more.
little bit there's a little bit of like there's help for the free to play people, and there's they satisfied the needs of the people who want to be at the top percent, but then there are all those people who are good, and they've been told like, oh, you're this good the whole time of the game, you're champ good, you're this good, you're grand champ good, and now we're being told like, oh, distribution wise things have changed, so now
You're plat and diamond.
You're plat. Personally, feeling a certain way about your rank is definitely something, like it's a personal feeling. Like you know that your skill hasn't diminished. You're not a champ who is now diamond because you suck all of a sudden. You still have the same skills. You still have the same skill set. It's just that because of the new rank and the way that it shifted, people become discouraged because they don't think that way. We don't think that way as people. We have been told champ is this skill set, but now it's a little bit higher and people aren't adjusting to that. So
I
it
wouldn't
definitely
care if I wasn't a streamer. Like, if
But people do care because if they're not streamers, they're playing the game competitively to just satisfy, their rank. For me personally, my rank is I care a little bit less because I have so much more with my community and my stream where I don't have to worry about it. Whereas
I just
people,
don't
it's like
want
that's
people to
all
make
they
fun of
have
me.
outside of it. Right. I get that too. That's definitely if you are a content creator in Rocket League, you'll notice you start caring more about your rank when you first start streaming. And I've had to kind of train myself to be like, I know my rank, I know where I've started, I began. There's always going to be somebody coming in like, you're a champ, you suck. And there's always going to be some kid coming in like, oh my god, are you SSL? Like there's just
Those
this
kids
huge...
make my day at this point.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
I
best
live
people
for
ever.
that.
That's what. Yeah, my rank command now is just guess because
We're
Tri
so
told me.
bruised.
Yeah,
Dude,
it
it's
feels
just
better
guess,
though,
and
right,
people
Neato?
will.
Yeah.
People,
I
yeah,
might
people will just
steal
be
that,
like,
to
"Are you
be honest.
GC?" I'm like, "Yes, I am a GC." There you go. I like that
Because
attitude.
people
But
will
no,
come in and
no.
do my rank command, and my current ranks are a lot lower than
Normal.
what
It
it
tells
would
you, right?
suggest, like my gameplay
That's why I
would
took it away.
suggest. So it's like I then have to follow it up with like explanations of all different stuff. So I might steal that idea actually.
Because I was tired of explaining myself, and it was it was like a tick. It was like a thing. Somebody would come into my rank. I'm like, oh well, I
And
am
you're
actually
immediately, like, self-conscious
my
about it.
highest rank was. It's like that's so like it doesn't have to be that way. I don't have
Well,
to care that
and the worst
much.
part is when they respond and they were just like, I just wanted to know.
Right?
You
and
know,
you're like,
and you're
sorry,
just like, oh, I'm bruised. You said rank, and I just
traumatized.
went like,
Yeah.
The
Gotta
other
be
issue-
seriously, yeah.
about it.
The other issue with the ranks though is that in all three core playlists, they've shifted in different directions. The rank distribution has shifted in all different ways. So it's not
So,
just like following like
yeah.
one pattern, one trend.
well, what I heard, because remember when we all talked at the beginning of the season about how ones boosted at the beginning of the season, like
Everyone got a
Skyrocketed,
full
Everyone
rank
got
up, yeah.
shifted up, yeah.
So I don't know, and I don't know if you were the one who mentioned this or if I heard it from somebody else or if it was mentioned on the podcast, but isn't it true that like instead of after your first match, like if you were a new player, instead of starting at 100 MMR, you started at 600 your first match of ones?
Oh, I think that was across the board. And like when you were doing placements, if you're a new player,
Mhm.
I think it starts you closer to gold.
It's
And
600
based on
MMR.
where
It is
placements
at
go.
600.
Yeah.
You don't
and
get
so
down
with-
to bronze unless you like lose a lot.
Yeah, which is really unfortunate because when I try to explain to free to play kids that I started out as bronze, they were like, "So you lost every?" I was like, "It was very different when I first did my ones placements. You know, the first time I touched Rocket League.
Yeah.
You know, like the MMR was not the same. And now, if you just win a couple, then you're already up like around plat, and then you lose it and it balances and all of that. Like there was a boost for you guys. Don't get too cocky.
Is there a system?
Yeah.
There should be a system in place. I don't know if there is, where if you play your first game and you get absolutely destroyed, or your first or say your placements, you're just getting destroyed throughout your placements, it should just drop you all the way to the bottom. Like it should just like.
I mean, it does a pretty decent job of that. Like I think you lose like
But then
30
you
in
shouldn't.
MMR.
Your
a
first
loss.
10 games shouldn't be against people that are a lot better than you. That's the issue. Because by the time you've got to level 10, you're not gold level. No one's gold level when they can start queuing. As soon as you can queue for ranked, which it's level 10, right? Or did it get increased?
It's
I don't-
level 10, I think.
It's level 10.
When they first announced that there was going to be a thing for it, I was saying like it should be like level 25 or something.
But that's what the ones for new players has been doing. It's been putting them in gold 3 or plat. If after their placements, like for brand new players. Like so many people are like, I got placed in plat, and I'm like, you what?
It's
Weird.
broken.
And
For brand new accounts to get placed in plat is not natural.
No, it's not. And I that's the reason I'm hoping this next season kind of. I definitely just hope it kind of curbs that like big boost at the start because it's not fun for anyone who was already a player. I just.
It's definitely.
I think they were worried that placing a bunch of new players in bronze or silver was going to be a problem and that wouldn't have gotten people to play as much. But I don't think that's true because we all did just fine for years
No, we
getting
didn't.
placed at a low rank.
Everybody hated
Shut up.
ones.
No, but it would be
Like-
it would be placing everyone against other new players instead of placing them against current actual goals that have been playing for a year.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a lot different for me personally when I started playing Rocket League because I didn't touch rank for so long. I was in exhibition for so long. That when I did get placed, I eventually was placed, in gold or prospect or whatever it was back then. I don't remember what the ranks were, but nowadays, yeah, I guess things must be shifted. So you're kind of given a rank, and you can see if you can, prove that you can be in that rank, and if not, you rank down. I don't know if I agree with that. I'm not sure what the solution would be, though.
The only
'cause
thing that I can
it's-
think is that they've done it to
We
counteract
survived.
Smurf accounts. Like, so that Smurf accounts aren't going against bronze players.
True, because that was a huge problem. It was a very
because of
huge
the free to
problem.
play. That makes sense. I just don't know why did they adjust everybody's like why didn't they do a hard reset then?
Yeah.
Like there
Why
was no
didn't
hard
everyone
reset.
get hard reset?
A hard reset would just
that's-
mess everyone up, though. It'd be like
I don't
you'd
care.
literally get SSLs against bronze players.
For a week or two.
Unless they did a hard reset where it's distributed slightly differently for your previous season's like placings.
So a soft reset.
No,
It's
no,
it's
but like
you're
no,
going
so
around.
like no, it is like that. But obviously, the soft reset now is like just it's
Right.
It's pointless.
They hard reset it, but there's like they only put you up against people that were still within your that would still be a soft reset though. If you think about it. If they
It
hard
would be a
reset
soft
everybody to
reset, but
600,
It would be a softer
but
reset
they're
than
only
it is now.
pairing you like that would be weird to code. Like you can pair up with people that's 600 MMR, but only if they were between 14 and 1600 last season. Like I feel like that would make queuing a nightmare.
Yeah.
I have no idea what would this at this
And
point
what
in the
would
game.
the point be if it was like that?
Right, exactly. It's
Yeah.
like
I don't
it's
know.
tough to say what the solution is.
I want
but
something that makes me
hopefully-
feel better about how much I suck.
But that's the thing. Like you can't cater to everybody. There's also people that are like, I'm fine with this because they just started playing, and then there's us that are like, we've been playing for so long, and I'm not fine with this. So it's yeah. And nobody can ever be pleased 100%. I guess. I just think that maybe there should be a Rocket League too. separate all the newbies from the older people. We could just stay on Rocket League.
I've
We could
thought
give them
about
Rocket
this
League
recently
too.
a lot, actually. Like transition, like because the engine that Rocket League, like they're still using Unreal Engine 3, I believe, which is
And now we're on.
and 5
Engine
stuff starting
5?
to being developed on 5 now.
Yeah.
So it's like just super outdated. So I've been wondering if they will actually go down the route of making a second one, or just doing
Rocket
like
League
some
2.
crazy update to the game that's like
Yeah, I was like
Completely
completely
changes.
revamp it.
So
I've
it went
heard
from
that they're not
Supersonic.
gonna-
With
No,
the
you go, you
growth
go.
that Rocket League has right now, I don't think it would be best in their interest to suddenly introduce a new game.
Well, and it's
Not a
not
new
just that.
game,
They
no.
wouldn't update to the new engine because I've heard it's not a simple like. It would change the game a lot in terms
Yeah.
of like the way the physics work. They
Mhm.
wouldn't be able to recreate it perfectly, and so
they
like
should be able
bounces
to. Though.
would be different and like.
There's
Yeah.
no reason why they shouldn't be
How
able to
could-
do it, like replicate.
How could
that.
they recreate Rocket League without like breaking it though?
I mean,
That's-
they
that's
break
the
They've
every
made it
update.
once
They break it.
before.
Every update is broken. So.
I
Yeah, but
think
how could we make Rocket League better? That's
Star
the
Wars.
real. I mean, obviously.
Star Wars.
Aside from
Lightsaber.
that.
There's always Star Wars.
It's weird because Rocket League, you think about it, and in a lot of ways, it's a perfect esport if it works. You know, if everything is going smoothly and people are connecting, and so I don't think that anything really does need to change.
While you're talking about it being a
I think
perfect
it's doing
esport,
great.
I just want to clarify that it is in fact a tier 1 esport. Like, there's no way it's not. There's no way.
Tier
Rocket League-
0. I think Doomsy or something tweeted
I
that
see-
out
I
today.
saw that.
Tier 0 esport. I was
Like,
like,
but
you're right.
You see all these
It is the
lists
blueprint
of it, like
for how
compared
an esport should be.
to other esports, and it's like they put it like 2 ranks below like Dota and League and stuff. And it's like yeah, the money's not the same. But
To be fair, I think when we get LAN events back, they might admit that it's tier 1. It's hard to say what is gauged as like tier 1 since Rocket League's extreme growth in esports has all been during like a pandemic and a quarantine.
Yeah.
I think we need like one LAN for them to be like, okay, people went to this event. It's a tier 1 esport.
Or
Better
take
give
off
us a
the
big enough
cash
venue,
cap on the
'cause-
tournaments.
it'd be nice to see if they are going to go to bigger venues. Actually, given the
I would
amount
hope
of.
Come back to Texas.
If,
Dude, 'cause
if
I-
the next LAN isn't in Dallas,
But that venue that they
I
were going to
swear.
do season 9 at wasn't that big, right?
It was tiny.
No,
oh,
it's
they
not-
sold
it's
out
sold
in
out
like
in,
hours.
Yeah, but that was
It was
people
30
like
minutes,
buying.
wasn't it?
It was crazy. I remember waking
We
up
were
and being
awake.
like, "You guys have to buy your tickets right now."
We were all at Anaheim.
They
Yeah.
they sold out, but then after that they announced that the like the wheel reward, you were gonna get that
Mhm.
actually at the event, weren't you? Because and then suddenly everyone was like trying to resell the tickets and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they had a problem where people like item traders
Yeah,
were buying all the tickets
rows,
just to be cut
buying out rows. Yep.
and just to get
That-
the
yeah,
wheels
that-
to sell them.
That was always unfortunate because you could notice the impact at the Rocket League events. You could see the empty rows like of
Yeah.
people who obviously were bought because of the wheel. So I really do hope that in the future it's something that you get like maybe on your keychain that you get a little code that's on it. But at the same time it's like, okay, you have to keep it on your person or people can lose it or people will be
Yeah.
stealing each other.
I just hope that this time they make they make the announcement ahead of time. Hey, when you buy your tickets, you're not gonna get your wheel code until you get there, instead of saying it afterwards.
Like you have to scan your ticket in. Yeah, people were saying like I had somebody ask me, "Will you scan my ticket for me if you go?" And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I would do that, because I don't know how easy it would be. Hey, I have a ticket. Also, can you scan this ticket? It's not for anybody, but I need you to scan it in
They're
any
not
way.
with me. Just
nah, they'd,
They'd be like,
they'd probably be like,
okay.
it's probably
Yeah,
do
they'd be like,
something
no.
against that.
Right. Mm-mm.
Well, they're saying
So-
that. If you say you were gonna go with like 2 other people, and one of them couldn't go last minute, but it was a legit ticket that was bought. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
That's their
Right,
that's their
right.
bad, man. Like,
Right.
yeah, but they still
and-
deserve.
yeah,
the wheel.
like as soon
that
as
point,
they
I would-
lose, it makes
Yeah.
the wheels rarer for us. Like
Right. I would be
Yeah.
that person
I ca-
outside of the
I'm
venue, like,
s-
I got a ticket.
Oh,
Who
in
wants to
Madrid,
buy it?
actually, we weren't allowed to leave the venue and re-enter the same day.
Yeah, I heard about
Oh.
that.
Yeah,
People
I
were
heard
mad.
about
I
that.
hate
It was, and the only food that they had in the venue was some crazy overpriced hot dogs that were like actually like terrible,
Right.
and
Yeah.
nachos that were awful, and that was all you could buy in the venue. And then
Right,
and then there was beer and like Coke, and that was it, and water.
Yeah,
Like
people were saying it was really
as much
cold
as
in
there was
there,
in the
and
venue. It was
Yeah.
bad.
Mm.
But the venue
I guess
itself
for a
was really
safety thing,
good.
but... Right.
It was a really good venue.
Oh
for
man, I do hope that wherever they choose, it's somewhere fairly accessible. Because the thing is, like, it's gonna be the first Rocket League LAN in so long, that everybody is gonna try and go. Even I'm assuming even people, if it's an EU, like, they'll try and travel to NA if they can. But that's the thing, like, what if it's an EU, because they have a lot less restrictions over there and cases and stuff like that. What if the first Rocket League LAN is in EU?
Nah, it's NA, 100%.
You think so?
Yeah,
Do you think
yeah.
they'd wait it
Do you
out?
think so?
NA is crazy. Like, you guys are packing out like Super Bowl and stuff.
Yeah, but
it's-
this will be the first
sucks.
LAN post all of this.
Like, we've got in the English Premier League, which is the top tier like football league. There's still no crowds. Like, when the stadiums are fully empty.
I don't know how they got away with the Super Bowl being people there still. We don't have to get into it, but like it's just kind of like
This is like
Yeah,
super off topic,
it's
but
kinda
apparently
crazy.
apparently WrestleMania is supposed to be expecting 100,000 people.
Why are we like this? God dang it. It's just a shake my head moment, because we wait so long for events to actually be safe to go to and not have to worry about traveling all masked up and having to put other people in danger. And
Back to my
they're
bubble
still
LAN
doing this
idea.
stuff. They're still doing this stuff.
Or
I
can
don't
we get them
care.
some
I
of those
want
Razor
them-
masks? Have they made those
Yeah.
yet?
Let's get us some. We gotta ask SSG to just send them to us.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Please.
No, genuinely though, if it's not accessible to people, I'm circling back, especially with how EU is doing and NA is doing, and how RLCS is blowing up, and double, triple the amount of people watching, and things like that. I really do hope if it's not accessible to people, they pull a League of Legends and do a bubble LAN where the players are at least there. Players
They
are all,
have to.
tested previously, you know what I mean? They fly them in, you immediately leave elsewhere. You make sure that everyone is fine and all of that. There's no crowd. We need a world.
Worlds is cancelled, or if they try to do something online, it'd be the most stupid thing.
I think that I don't think
Neato.
it pains me. I'm in pain. It makes me so sad to
have to
even
see
this. Let's be
suggest
real.
this.
Please
Let's-
watch
but-
the YouTube right now.
Let's
I'm
be real. A
cringing.
LAN doesn't need to be a big, elaborate thing. It can just be in a small room. As long as it's on 0 ping, that's all they need.
Right.
players.
It's just so
Yeah,
sad.
most of these teams are already living together in a team house. Put them all in a building, all in separate rooms, if you need to, and just
It's like the UFC has
it's
been doing a lot of
possible.
events in Abu Dhabi, and they've got like a fight island there where it's this whole bubble thing, and obviously that's
horrible.
Fight
though.
that's like it's called Fight Island, yeah.
We need a Rocket League Island.
That's a millionaire's dream. And,
But
Rocket League Island, and then all the creators can go there too, and we can all just make content and play Rocket League and have fun, and not worry about anything ever again.
like, there's no way after like a 9 or 10 month long season they can cancel. They have to have it all planned out. There's no way. Also, we need to see
Well, when does
BDS
spring end?
on LAN.
you just see BDS online versus
thought-
SSG.
I don't know if you saw I tweeted the other day saying like
Also versus
I
NRG.
want to
Jesus
see
Christ.
I want to call BDS like the best team in Rocket League history, but I just can't yet. But with what they've achieved this year, they kind of are.
They kind of have the stats to back it up. I mean, you could
Did they win
run a
those
couple
overtimes, by the way?
simulations, I think, and they didn't, right? They didn't win the
What?
Is Arju on Galaxy Racer?
Yeah, I believe so.
Or yeah. So they did not win the overtime. Arju scored it was so perfect. He just like had enough time and it was so patient. You think these guys are going thousands of miles an hour because it's 15 minutes into overtime, right? No, Arju just like he waits for the bounce and he picks it up and he just air dribbles it past one defender, and the second person wasn't ready for him to get beat, and he just put it in the top corner. Couldn't get to it. So it was great. It was a great way to end it, but BDS did not win that 15-minute overtime. That was intense, though.
That's so sad.
Twice in one day, that record got broken by BDS. I don't remember who the first team was that they said it with, but and they were saying it's gonna be a while. I think I watched Johnny Boy's review on it, and he was like, I think it's gonna be another year before it gets broken again because.
But guys,
so
if
intense.
anything, 2 teams being able to take BDS into a 15-minute overtime means they're getting better.
Oh man, it's just like they're conditioning against BDS. It's
they're
really
getting better.
impressive, but
And if you're playing the best team arguably in the world right now over and over again, you're gonna get better. I want a Worlds.
I saw actually
Yeah,
that BDS, after this past regional, BDS have double the points they would have needed to qualify for Worlds already.
they could sleep
my
through
God.
the third major.
And they've still got
And
2
still-
regionals in their major. They've won, is it 5 out of 7 regionals and like both majors, I want to say?
I'm
my God.
gonna say that's true.
They're
Sounds
1,200
I'm
right.
looking
points
it up
above
right now.
Vitality.
The playoffs for the final for the North American regional are May 23rd. So that's late in May. And
That's only
then
2 months from
Wait,
now.
for what? For what, sorry? The North American...
the North American regional final, like major. Sorry, the North
Yeah.
American major.
Mhm.
The
As in
playoffs
2
are May
months.
23rd.
That's later than
So
what
I'm-
it was supposed to be then, originally.
Everything got pushed 2 weeks too.
Yeah.
Because I think they're
the
trying to-
season.
I know the government here in North America said by July 4th they were hoping to have some sort of normalcy because of all the vaccines.
It's supposed to be that by the end of May, every U.S. citizen should have had access to their vaccine.
Yeah, you've got to get
So-
two doses of it though, right?
We have to get 2 doses, so that's it's 2 weeks after. So they're saying everyone should have had their first dose by the end of May. So I think they're saying by July. That's the reason by July everyone should.
Wait,
have
your
had their
second dose is 2 weeks after your first?
I think so.
I was
At least for some.
Here
There-
it's
there-
3 months.
There's these
What?
new. And then there's the new one that they're rapid firing across Europe that doesn't need 2 vaccines, but now it's causing blood clots in people.
Yeah, that's the
yay.
issue. There's
That's
I
like
am not eligible yet. I do not leave my house.
I think in the UK alone there's like 4 different vaccines for it or something.
Oh.
Dang.
But
I really
yeah,
do
so-
hope that they roll that out soon. I mean, still, I'm gonna go, but I'm trying. Even if it's everyone is cleared to go, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be safe. If I gotta mask up, I'll mask up at LAN. So
Mask up
I
and
will
face
bring a
shield and
frickin-
everything. I'd go if I could, but
Bubble land, bubble suit, helmet.
no.
Come
Yes.
in like Among Us characters. A
Wait.
spacesuit.
Get SSG to hook up with spacesuits.
Oh my god, we are in space station gaming.
Oh my gosh, yes.
spacesuit LAN.
Oh my gosh,
Spacesuit
yes.
LAN.
Wait.
Booth is all of us in NASA suits. Shonduras, please.
We need
Chandra, listening.
fully mission 3 is spacesuits. No other merch. Just a
Why does my
full
Mission
body
3 box
spacesuit.
cost $2,500?
It's
Yeah.
custom fitted. All the measurements sent in. We get gloves. They're sending us into space. And that's where we're
Wait.
going to end the podcast today.
Imagine just rolling up to land in
Wait.
spacesuits.
Speaking of SSG Mission 3, guys, if you didn't notice,
Oh, yeah,
we're
we're
gonna
in
we can
Mission 3.
Photoshop classy, but the rest of us are wearing the Mission 2 merch. We're rocking it. It looks so good.
Yeah,
it's
we're
amazing.
Yeah, it looks sick.
there's the sweater
There's
that
a
Veeds is wearing.
bomber.
It looks
And the
sick,
bomber
boys.
that Widow has holding up now, which is probably the best piece. It's just so nice. Definitely check out the mission collections if you haven't yet, because Space Station, you can tell they put a lot of time and effort into these merch launches.
Yeah,
Shout
they're
out
nice. It's
Raven
like the
as
nicest
well.
clothes I
Nice.
own.
Raven,
Yeah,
who make it, it's actually like banging quality.
So check it out. Don't miss out. But otherwise, as we wrap up the podcast, I'd like to remind you, friends, that you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Now you can see our faces, Spotify, as always, and Apple Music, all through the anchor.fm/SSG SCUFFCast. Please talk to us on social media. We will respond back.
Tweet.
We love you guys. And we'll catch you guys next week. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, nerds. Oh god. Sorry.